Good evening and welcome to ITV News Meridian.
Tonight's headlines in the south. Record numbers are banking on a holiday in the south this weekend, but how will our transport networks cope?
Tumble dryer warning. Fire services issue new advice as dangerous appliances continue to wreck homes across the south.
The moment of truth. We discover if the three lads we've been following all week have been successful in their battle with obesity.
And putting his back into it, how Andrew Pate is preparing for the biggest sports day the country's ever seen.
And make sure you keep breathing. That's the important part.
No, you tell me.
Good evening. It's the August bank holiday. The Great Escape is underway as thousands make the most of the final week of the summer holidays.
Heathrow and Gatwick are reporting record passenger numbers with people jetting off overseas, but more of us than ever are planning a holiday here at home. Almost 5 million will take a short break in the UK this weekend, many coming to our part of the world. They'll spend more than £1 billion providing a welcome boost for local economies. The downside, of course, is getting from A to B.
Traffic has been building up on the region's roads throughout the day, leading to lengthy queues. The AA says 13 million drivers will take to the road over the next 3 days. Particular hotspots: the M4 through Berkshire and Wiltshire, the A303 around Stonehenge, and the M27 and A31 through the New Forest.
There'll also be pinch points around the many festivals and events taking place. The biggest, Reading Festival, where 90,000 music fans are expected. Elsewhere, there's the Victorious Music Festival in Southsea, and Carfest returns to Laverstoke near Basingstoke.
Thousands are expected at Goodwood for bank holiday racing, and the Mod Weekender in Brighton also attracts big crowds. Lots of reasons to stay local then. Staycations are up 10% on last year, with holiday parks and coastal resorts feeling the benefit.
We've got everything we need here, really. We don't need to go anywhere abroad at the moment, not when the weather's good.
Actually just a bit nervous about flying to Europe and things like that at the moment.
We were going to go abroad and we just thought the weather was so nice. We have a caravan, so we thought we'd use it and enjoy it.
The biggest impact, I think, has been on the exchange rate, and I think that has made people look for value. I think chasing the sun is something that everybody's going to do on the holiday. They want the best of the weather. I think we've had a nice summer this year, and I think that's helped the staycation idea.
But record numbers are travelling abroad too. At Gatwick, the numbers flying this weekend are up 6% on last year at more than 600,000. At Heathrow, around 7 million passengers have passed through the airport this month, but that's slightly down on last year's exceptional August.
Ferry companies are busy too. Brittany Ferries is carrying a record 30,000 passengers to France and Spain this weekend from Poole and Portsmouth. Travel agents say they're being kept busy with holidays home and away.
We've actually just booked somebody on a very nice weekend break in Oxford. Beautiful hotel. I'm sure it's a really lovely city. I think some people have probably stayed at home because of the exchange rate with the euro. It took a bit of a hit after Brexit, but I don't think many people will go for too many years without a foreign holiday. Might seem quite a nice idea for 1 year, but after that they tend to want to go away again.
And one of the main reasons for that is the unpredictable weather here. So what's in store for all of us this weekend?
Saturday will bring some rain for many parts, particularly so away from the east, but by the time we get to Sunday, we'll be back to a mixture of sunshine and showers, and for Bank Holiday Monday, less in the way of showers and more in the way of sunshine.
Well, joining me now is Amy Gray from Visit Britain. Amy, record numbers holidaying here this bank holiday. Why?
Probably partly because we have a good weather forecast, but this is building on a trend for more and more people to holiday at home. We saw a fantastic year last year. We had a record start to the year. The first 4 months of 2016 were better than we'd ever seen before. And I think people are just more and more aware of the fantastic things to do here at home.
There's also lots of talk of Brexit and the weak pound abroad, but isn't it more just about the fact there's a half-decent weather forecast this weekend?
I completely agree with you that a good weather forecast has a big impact on people's holiday plans. So we know that over 5 million people are planning to stay here at home this bank holiday weekend. They'll spend over £1 billion while doing so, which is fantastic. But we also know that a few more people will wait and see what the weather is before deciding on their plans. So that billion will almost certainly be higher.
Isn't it too soon to see how Brexit will really affect people's holiday choices?
You're quite right. It's hard to say at the moment. We have some evidence that it's having an impact on the plans that international travellers are making. Lots of them are looking at the weaker pound and thinking that Britain is a good value destination. But for people here at home, they're just building on what they've been doing for the last couple of years already, which is holidaying here at home, here in Britain, here in England, which we love to see.
Now, you say numbers choosing a staycation up 10% on last year. Presumably, many of those people heading south to our part of the world.
Yes, the south continues to be a really popular region. What we see a lot of people doing, they're taking more shorter breaks. So maybe not that full 2-week holiday, just a short 3-night, 4-night break away from home, a little bit of a treat.
Amy Gray from Visit Britain, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks very much.
In other news, a man's been arrested on suspicion of murdering a 19-year-old woman in West Sussex. She was found dead in a house on Christery Road in Marl Oak near Portslade. A man from Burgess Hill remains in custody tonight. The Independent Police Complaints Commission is also investigating.
2 men have each been jailed for more than 20 years after a man was stabbed 10 times in Poole. Michael O'Rourke and Kieran Cameron have been found guilty of attempted murder. It happened on Parkstone Heights in February.
Now, it can happen in minutes with fatal results. Fires caused by faulty tumble dryers are still happening across the south, despite a manufacturer's pledge to fix problem machines.
Well, in the past year, there have been major incidents in Hampshire, Dorset and at Guildford in Surrey. Now, fire services are issuing new warnings and advice. Kerry Johnston has more.
It's a frightening trend which is continuing unabated. This house in Guildford was gutted after a tumble dryer blaze. The former residents say their plight still hasn't been resolved, but they're not alone. Here in East Challow near Wantage, this is the latest house to have gone up in smoke after a fire said to have been caused by a tumble dryer. Reports say a woman and 3 children narrowly escaped with their lives. Nearby residents are understandably concerned.
I think it's terrible that there's tumble dryers on the market that are just not safe.
I wouldn't put mine on if I'm not at home, put it that way, just in case. Especially after I heard what happened to you.
That concern has been mirrored by Oxfordshire Fire and Rescue Service, who say they've had to deal with 13 fires caused by tumble dryers in the county this year alone.
We know we've had quite a large number of problems with tumble dryers over the last year or so. Manufacturers have warned about faults with tumble dryers. The problems seem to stem mainly from when the filters get clogged, the fluff starts to build up and it touches on heating or parts of the appliance, which then leads to a fire. So people need to follow the instructions from the manufacturer closely.
The Whirlpool company, which markets brands like Indesit, Hotpoint and Creda, says tumble dryers manufactured between April 2004 and September 2015 may be affected. The company has tonight issued a statement saying, "The safety of our customers is our #1 priority. Consumers can continue to use their affected dryer whilst waiting for the modification. However, we require that consumers do not leave their dryers unattended during operation as an extra precaution." The fire service says installing smoke alarms in your home could save your life if the worst comes to the worst. Kerry Johnston, ITV News.
You're watching ITV News here in the Meridian region. Thank you for choosing us. Coming up, a preview of the weekend sport plus.
With X Factor returning to our screens tomorrow night, we take a look at what goes on behind the scenes.
And for more on all of our stories, head to our website, itv.com/Meridian. You can give us a call or why not get in touch via Facebook or Twitter.
Well, as we saw earlier, thousands of people have been arriving in Reading for this weekend's festival. 2016 is completely sold out. The festival has actually been sold out for the last 20 years.
More than 150 bands will be playing at the three-day event, and as Divya Kohli reports, it's not just the youngsters having fun.
Umbrellas out, but no need as the sun shone brightly upon Reading Festival. It's known as the festival for the young ones.
We wanted to dress up. We were walking around, we seen him on a stall and just thought, why not be loud, really, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Gold's my colour.
It does suit him. I think it does well for him.
You look lovely as well.
Thank you, darling.
But people of all ages are here. Some have been coming back since the 90s, reliving their youth each year.
1992 was my first Reading. Nirvana obviously played, headlined. Just got hooked on festivals then. That was my first ever festival.
And some girls prefer their dads as company.
We went last year and this year, and hopefully more years.
Too young for us,
really young.
It's cool, we're happy.
Good weather, that helps.
The Glitterati were on fine form.
There was a terrible accident in the glitter factory, but we think it's sabotage, but we're not sure yet. Still under investigation, so keep an eye out.
Reading Festival is sold out again with 80,000 people enjoying the music over the weekend. And this year, there are not 3, but 5 headliners.
Tickets are £200 each, but promoters defend the cost, saying it's value for money with more than 120 bands performing, as well as the main headliners. Reading Festival is sold out, and that's down to big bands who want to perform here.
What's amazing is all the British bands love it because they've all been out camping as kids as part of it. And all the American bands, this is the holy grail. Reading Festival is the holy grail for the big American bands to come and play. And that's why they keep coming back.
At the moment, the forecast looks good for the next few days, so a lot of smiley, happy people. But with the music comes the dancing. Oh yes, the dancing. Divya Kohli, ITV News, Reading.
More of the day's news now, and a 13-year-old boy killed when the Ferrari he was in crashed in Hampshire on Monday has been named as Alexander Worth from Kingsworthy near Winchester. The crash happened on a farm access road in North Warnborough. The driver, a 37-year-old from Surrey, was seriously injured.
A temporary building will be built to accommodate pupils at a school in West Sussex, which was destroyed by fire. The start of term at the Selsey Academy has been delayed to allow teachers to prepare after Sunday's fire. It's 450 pupils will be taught at 4 locations across the town until the new building is ready.
3 parks in Crawley are among the best green spaces in the country. Goffs Park, Tilgate Park and the Memorial Gardens were awarded the Green Flag by Keep Britain Tidy. The parks have been judged to be welcoming, safe and well maintained.
Tonight we return to the 5th and final part of our special series on childhood obesity. We've been following 3 youngsters on a 12-week fitness challenge aimed at helping them lose weight and get fit for life.
Well, it's D-Day for Noah, Senna and Harrison. Today they turn up for their final weigh-ins. So have they managed to lose weight, reduce their body fat and get fit? Jessica Savage has been finding out.
So far in Fat to Fit. For 12 weeks, Senna, Harrison and Noah have been put through their paces. They've been working hard at the gym, making the right food choices, and importantly, they've been seeing results.
I just look sort of normal. I don't stand out.
They've been to meet a professional tennis player.
I don't normally play tennis, but when I've met Scott, he's quite inspiring.
And they've even been working out in their own time.
I've gone cycling a few times, and every other day I've been going for a walk or a run.
Tomorrow is my final weigh-in, and I'm feeling alright. I've been training as hard as I can, and I feel it will pay off.
And now it's time for the moment of truth. The boys are back for their final weigh-ins. So, how have they done? Harrison started out at 71.5 kilos. That's dropped around 10% to an impressive 66. His BMI is down to 25.8 And his total body fat has now reduced to 30.2%. Senna has had good results too. His weight's dropped a little, from 116 kilos to 115.5, but his BMI has gone down to 41.4, and the biggest change has been in his body fat percentage. That's dropped a whopping 7% to 49.1. And finally, Noah. He's gone from 59 kilos to 56.7, his BMI is down to 25.4, and his total body fat's reduced by almost 4% down to 31. An amazing achievement, and one that's made their parents very proud.
Harrison's put a lot of effort in. He couldn't have put more effort into the programme. The staff here have been really inspiring, and that's enabled him to do that. I'm really proud of him. I was proud of him before, even more proud of him now with the changes he's made in his life.
I'm really proud of all the effort that he's put in, and he's actually showed up and enjoyed it. He learnt that exercise could be enjoyable and fun.
For Noah's dad, Kerry, today is about celebrating together.
I've lost nearly 4 stone so far, and that's no great effort. But our diet was already reasonably healthy, but trying to cut out the snacking and actually just trying to join Noah. When he's going out and being active, I'm trying to go out and be active with him too. So it's making a significant difference to our family.
The difference in the body size and shape of each of the boys is obvious. They're now looking leaner, stronger and fitter, making their huge efforts over the past 12 weeks very worthwhile.
Got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops.
My nanny and granddad have been saying how much weight I've lost. You've been saying you look so much better now, and your haircut suits you better now.
A few months ago, I told you that I felt a bit like a freak of science, and that was before the programme really began. But this programme had 100% changed that.
I used to be not very happy with myself, but now I'm really happy and I don't really mind anymore.
It's been fantastic. It's been a real learning curve. There's been a lot of emotions along the way, but it's been fantastic. And to be honest, I'm really proud of them and of the project and the way it's turned out.
The boys have transformed their bodies and minds, and they're each facing a brighter, healthier future. In just 12 weeks, they've gone from fat to fit. Jessica Savage, ITV News.
Well done, boys. Yeah, you've been brilliant. And I wonder if they'll be taking part in I Am Team GB.
Yes.
And if you don't know what that is, Andrew will be here soon to tell you.
More on that later. Yeah, they should be really proud of themselves. Well, the ITV Evening News continues with the national and international news at 6:30. Here's Alistair Stewart.
The British victims of the Italian earthquake are named as the death toll continues to rise. 14-year-old Marcus Burnett was on holiday with his parents and sister. Will and Maria Henniker Gottlieb died in the same property near Amatrice. Here, lifeguards will be deployed this weekend at Camber Sands. We hear from the father of 2 brothers for whom that came too late. And how Olympian Max Whitlock came to see us today. We're at his gym to see how they welcome their conquering hero home. Join Charlene White and me at 6:30.
Andrew Pate can do that, and he's here now. Andrew, and you've got news though.
I'll do that at the end of this.
You're going to do, yeah, we're going to all hold on for it. I can't wait. But before that, you've got news of who Southampton will be playing in Europe.
Absolutely right, Sangeeta. Yes, Saints fans can look forward to trips to Italy, the Czech Republic and Israel after the draw for the Europa League group stage was made this afternoon. They'll play Inter Milan, Sparta Prague and Hapoel Beersheva home and away, with the matches starting on September the 15th and finishing on December the 8th. Defender Cedric has signed a new 4-year contract with Southampton, and captain Jose Font will be staying, despite interest from Manchester United.
For me, it's very important to keep Jose. It's okay with this. He had a good discussion with the director, with the chairman, and now all it's okay.
Southampton hosts Sunderland tomorrow, while Eddie Howe's Bournemouth travel to Crystal Palace. The Cherries boss says he's expecting a tough match, particularly with the Londoners having just recently paid £27 million for Christian Benteke.
He's a good player, he's well known
to us. We played against him before into the Premier League. He brings a physical perspective and a different kind of dynamic for them. But there are potentially other players that can hurt us as well.
In the Championship tomorrow, Reading travel to Cardiff, and Brighton, who signed Irish international central defender Shane Duffy today, are up at Newcastle. In League One, Oxford United also head north to Sheffield United, while Swindon host Bristol Rovers. Portsmouth are looking for their first away victory of the League Two season at Exeter. Crawley hope to extend their unbeaten start against Notts County. What a week it's been for Great Britain's gold medal winning women's hockey team. Back home from Rio and already out spreading the word. 3 of the team play for Reading, while star goalkeeper Maddie Hinch has been in Basingstoke as part of their mission to encourage more people to take up their sport.
We want hockey to become a legacy. We want people to be picking up sticks all across the country. That's what I did 15 years ago. I just went down to my local club and played hockey, and I realised that's what I want to do for a living. And now I'm an Olympic champion, so I'm hoping that some of these kids here one day will be stood here in 15 years' time and saying the same thing.
The Paralympics start in 12 days' time, so the rowers have been going through their final preparations at the Team GB rowing headquarters at Caversham before they head to Rio next week.
I kind of have different moments really. I have times where I feel sick to my stomach because I'm thinking, oh, I just really want to do well and I want to go out there, and obviously everyone's going out there to win, but other times I think, right, we're going to do it, and you get secretly confident in yourself, but you can't get too confident because you've just got to perform on the day and you've got to do what's right on the day.
So from some of the best athletes in the world to, tomorrow, sports events are taking place across our region for I Am Team GB. At Reading Rowing Club, for instance, celebrity Ben Fogle is taking part in a sprint challenge against some rowing Olympians. So I decided to have a go. You really are working a lot of the body, aren't you, with this?
Everything.
Certainly lots of parts of the body that I don't normally work, I think.
That's it. Keep that handle drawn towards the top of your chest. That's it. Nice long strokes. The longer the stroke, the more powerful it is. And make sure you keep breathing. That's the important part.
Now you tell me.
See those numbers go down?
Yes. That is satisfying, if exhausting.
Breathe, come on. Make sure when you're pushing away with those legs, it's the legs that do most of the work.
Right.
They're big muscles.
In some cases.
No, that's really nice and consistent. You've kept at that pace for quite a while now. You're making it look quite easy. I'm quite impressed.
It doesn't feel it.
So deep, slow breathing. Try to control your heart rate.
Oh.
Right, so nice flat back. Want to keep it as straight as possible. Knees staying flat as you're going back to the front of the stroke here. And make sure you keep breathing. In the Olympics they do about 2K. So you're about halfway through that at the moment.
I might have capsized at this point.
You got it?
Yeah. I can hear the heart. I can hear the heart. So I feel the heart. I've got. Oh. Yeah, thank you to Leighton King from Reading Rowing Club for his advice and patience. So, I Am Team GB takes place tomorrow. It's free to take part. If you want to know where you can go, please visit our website, itv.com/Meridian. There's a breakdown on there, county by county, as ITV and the National Lottery put together what looks like being the biggest sports day the country has ever seen. And please do let us know how you get on.
Well done, Andy. Handstand at the end of the programme?
Maybe at the end of the programme. I'm still a bit tired after all that
you get your breath
Otherwise.
back. Thank you.
We're looking forward to it, Katie. Now, it's a staple of Saturday night viewing in millions of homes across the country, and X Factor is back on ITV this weekend for what will be its 13th series.
Well, fans can expect the return of some familiar faces with Dermot O'Leary as host, and the judging panel has had a big shake-up too. Louis and Nicole have both made comebacks.
Meanwhile, Simon and Sharon will also be returning, although prior engagements meant they weren't able to make the show's premiere. Matt Price did, though.
Saturday night marks the start of a 3-month search to find Britain's next big pop star. Among the painful auditions, the less than perfect harmonies, talent will undoubtedly come along.
This weekend marks the 13th series of The X Factor, but show bosses tell us it's far from predictable. Yes, we can expect knockout vocals and quirky personalities, but there are some changes. Take a look who's back.
Shut up. This is my day. I'm the comeback kid, not you.
What are you looking for as a judge?
I want to find 1 or 2 stars. I want the people to talk about the X Factor. It's always the most talked about show on TV. I want people talking about it like they did before and say, did you see that on Saturday night? Who put those people through?
X Factor typically signals the start of winter TV viewing, apt then that the heavens opened on the red carpet. But they're prepared for that, being one of ITV's biggest shows, and a big show needs a big name. Welcome back, Dermot.
I don't think people like too much change, if I'm honest with you. I think the show itself, we're a Saturday night show, and I think people who've worked a hard week need to come in and just enjoy it. And one of the things I said to Simon when we sat down and had our chat was, I just want to get his heart back and its warmth and its fun. And I think we've got a great judging panel this year for that.
And he's not wrong. Sharon Osbourne returns, as does Nicole Scherzinger. But it's not just the contestants who'll be feeling the nerves.
I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm under a lot of pressure, I guess, because I can't top Shamazing.
Over on ITV2, a new look show as well. Matt Edmondson joins Rylan for the Extra Factor. A singer turned presenter, he'll be able to pass on some words of wisdom, no doubt.
4 years ago today, my audition went on the telly. I was on a plane. You should have got me like some form of like little card.
Yeah. Well, there's still time.
Have you not marked that occasion? No.
I didn't know it was 4 years today.
Yeah.
Well, I'll do a tweet.
Oh, thanks. Hashtag 4 years of Rylan.
Maybe search for that when you're tweeting hashtag X Factor during the first show tomorrow night. It starts at 8 o'clock. Matt Price, ITV News.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
Lord.
I'm so glad it's back.
Yes,
yep.
good.
Bank holiday weather now. Philippa Drew.
From blizzards to pool, driving through Europe. Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Hello there. So the I Am Team GB event's taking place right across the region tomorrow. How is the weather looking? Well, some showers or longer spells of rain on the way, all working its way steadily northwards through the day and eventually clearing from the south later. So not all bad news if you're heading out and about. So we can see just what's going to be happening. We'll see the showers starting to move up from the south as we go through the night, continuing to push steadily northwards into tomorrow and through tomorrow afternoon, merging to give some longer spells of rain, some heavy bursts in there at times, and just the risk of some localised disruption given that it's a bank holiday weekend. So for tonight, as I said, showers working their way steadily up from the south. Those will continue pushing northwards into tomorrow morning, giving more in the way of rain, perhaps some heavy bursts as well. And then through the afternoon, eventually starting to nudge very slowly northwards. And as they do so, some drier, brighter conditions creeping into the far south there, where we see the sunshine, a warm and very humid day, highs around 26 or perhaps above in the best of the sunshine. But it's not all bad news for the rest of the bank holiday weekend, a mixture of sunshine and showers and still feeling warm as well.
Eurotunnel the Shuttle sponsors ITV Meridian weather.
Well, considering it's a bank holiday weekend, the weather isn't too bad, is it?
It's not bad at all.
Well, in just a moment, the ITV Evening News with Alistair Stewart and Charlene White.
For now, though, from the team here at ITV Meridian, thank you very much for watching. Have a great bank holiday, and we'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Good night.